11, local first.
And then there were two. Municipalities continue to drop out of the proposed regional police force. We'll have the latest. Plus, authorities have a warning for drivers who choose to ignore the new detour signs in Ephrata. But first, authorities say it was road rage that led to a shooting in Warwick Township. Good evening. I'm Shannon Murphy. A 29-year-old man was shot in the jaw this morning outside the Lidditz Family Cupboard restaurant in what police are calling a road rage incident. No one is in police custody at this time, but they have identified the shooter. News 11's Erica Such has been following this story all day. She joins us now live from the scene with more. Erica.
Shannon, that's right. No one is in police custody and no charges have been filed. However, police do tell us that the man who shot the 29-year-old man in the jaw is a 74-year-old Lancaster County man. And it's still unclear what led to a shooting here in the parking lot of the Lidditz Family Cupboard restaurant. It all happened just after 9 a.m. when police say a 74-year-old man shown here in the back of this police vehicle shot and critically injured another driver. Police could not say if he shot him in self-defense, but we do know it was a result of road rage. After the investigation and forensics, police did release the 74-year-old man and no charges have been filed. The victim was taken to LGH, and during that ride, the ambulance carrying him was involved in a car accident just a block from the hospital. He was taken into surgery and is now listed in stable condition. We spoke to a Mannheim woman who was inside the restaurant when it all happened.
My heart goes out to the people involved. And I thoroughly believe in the providence of God and that good can come out of any situation. So we'll wait and see, and we pray for the police officers as they do their job.
And that woman's car was actually a part of the crime scene. Forensics was out today investigating, and police say they hope to release more details once they speak with the victim. And of course, we will keep you updated here at News 11 as we get more information. Reporting live here in Warwick Township, Erica Such, News 11.
Thank you, Erica. East Lampeter Township police are hoping someone recognizes this man. Authorities say he attempted to enter into an unoccupied room at the 1722 Motor Lodge, but the security chain prevented him from getting in. The suspect then fled on foot. He is described as a 30 to 40-year-old black man with a heavy build, about 5 feet 8 inches tall. And this is the second time someone tried to break into that hotel. Back on April 21st, a window was shattered and several items, including a TV and the bedding, were stolen. Anyone with any information on either crime is asked to contact police. A Honeybrook home was destroyed by flames early this morning. According to reports, crews from both eastern Lancaster County and Chester County were called to a home in the 600 block of Churchtown Road just before 1 a.m. When they arrived, the home was already engulfed in flames. Thankfully, everyone made it out safely, but crews on scene were checking for hot spots for several hours. According to reports, the cause has been ruled accidental. A cigarette is believed to have started the blaze. And then there were two. Adamstown Borough officials have made the decision to drop out of the proposed regional police force.
I move for Adamstown Borough to notify East Cocalico and Denver Borough that Adamstown Borough is withdrawing from the regional police process due to the pros' cost sharing percentages of the liabilities.
It was a 6-to-1 vote that Adamstown would not join the force. West Cocalico dropped out of the force several weeks ago, leaving only Denver and East Cocalico townships left. News 11 spoke with Denver Borough Manager Mike Hession to see how they plan to move forward with only two municipalities.
To expect the force to remain at the size it is, where it's serving 4 communities, to only serve 2 communities is probably not realistic. So there's probably going to have to be some drop-offs there in regard to positions and even maybe equipment. And those are some of the facts we'll need to look at, because now instead of sharing this with 4 municipalities, total, there's only 2 of us, and so that means you have a greater stake of the cost.
Denver Borough Council will meet on Monday to discuss how to move forward, but Hession says he believes the idea of a regional police force is still on the table. Well, it was mostly cloudy today with an occasional rain shower and a little cooler than earlier this week, but that's all about to change. Carl Kern has our first look at the forecast.
First Look Weather is brought to you by The Wagon at Weaver Markets. Check out weavermarkets.com for this week's menu.
Well, as expected, Shannon, cloudy more than anything else. Very, very little rainfall. If it was enough to feel just those few drops coming down, and even those few drops you felt were never enough to run the windshield wipers. You had to go well west to see even just a light measurable shower. So it's the cloudy, humid conditions. They stay with us through the evening. It slowly clears overnight. We go back to sunshine during the day on Thursday. Not quite to 80 degrees, but we'll go well above that as we head into a mostly sunny weekend. I'll have your complete forecast coming up in a bit, Shannon.
See you then. Thanks, Carl. Florida police are warning motorists to obey the new detour signs on Route 272 or you will be fined. Authorities tell News 11 since the detour went into place on Monday, they have already cited 16 drivers for dangerously ignoring the road closed or do not enter signs. They say drivers are still attempting to go north on 272 over the bridge, where it is down to one lane for southbound traffic only. They say this could cause a serious accident.
Our concern is that a pedestrian worker may be struck and injured or hurt, and we also are concerned about head-on collisions in that one-lane area.
Drivers who disobey the signs could face up to a $250 fine. Well, as planning continues for the Women's U.S. Open in Lancaster this summer, officials are hosting 2 town hall meetings focused on traffic and parking. News 11's Sarah Varonis has details on how they plan to handle it during this premier event.
In just 2 months, golfers from around the globe will be here at Lancaster Country Club for the U.S. Women's Open, but this has some nearby locals concerned about traffic and parking.
I absolutely am counting on them to have a plan in place that addresses our concerns.
Penny Pritchett lives just a block away from Lancaster Country Club and is worried New Holland Pike, a main artery for traffic, will get tricky during the 7-day tournament.
And I'm very concerned about timing, traffic, and the load it's going to have on the resources around the area.
And Penny is not alone.
You're going to take care of the community with safety.
If my driveway finds itself with a car that somebody walked away from and it's blocking my garage, are they going to have a towing service?
These questions were answered by championship officials and local authorities who presented parking plans, diagrams, and detour routes.
Everybody from the township will be involved in this to make sure that it hopefully is a smooth event.
What we've done is we've moved all the traffic away from the venue, and that's by design.
For the past 18 months, Championship Director Barry Deach has been working hard with PennDOT, Homeland Security, and local agencies to develop a strong, safe, and effective plan.
There'll be some detour routes for trucks, detour routes for cars. The impact is fairly partial. It's during the day.
Deach is referring to New Holland Pike, which will be partially closed from 5 a.m. until 9 p.m. from Route 30 to Eden Road. He says that parking won't be a problem. Attendees will use Park City as a public lot and get shuttled to the club.
We've got about 5 different lots, and we permit people. There's only one general public parking lot.
Deach believes the indirect impact on Lancaster County will outweigh any traffic worries.
The pride when you see not only the Lancaster Country Club, but when they see it from the blimp, you know, this wonderful, beautiful valley for 18 hours. That's a lot of hours.
Local officials will continue to work on any plans regarding the U.S. Women's Open, and we'll keep you updated with all the details. Reporting in Lancaster, Sarah Varonis, News 11.
And a second town hall meeting will be held tonight, this time at Conestoga Valley High School. The meeting starts at 7 o'clock and anyone is welcome to attend. Well, there's still plenty of local news coming up on the Early Report. A new app for Millersville students will help keep them safe while walking on campus. Plus, Manheim Central school officials are trying to fill a budget deficit, and the answer could affect you. And later in sports, the War of the Roses continues today. Chad Landers will catch you up on how the Barnstormers have been playing.